Top 12 Most Deadliest Gangs in the World. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Top 12 Most Deadliest Gangs in the World. So make sure to watch the full video. 12 Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13. Mara Salvatrucha, also known as MS-13, is an international crime syndicate that originated in the Los Angeles area in the 70s and 80s. Their original purpose was to protect El Salvador immigrants from other gangs. However, they have since developed into a more traditional criminal organization known for their brutality. They have members not only in the United States, but also in Mexico, Canada, and Central America. Moreover, most of the victims are minors. In 2017, 2 members were arrested for drugging, abducting, raping, and torturing a 14-year-old girl in Houston, Texas, and in 2020, a gang leader in Virginia was sentenced to death for a similar crime. Government officials and police are also frequent targets indeed. MS-13 was charged with terrorism in 2020 by the Department of Justice. As of 2023, they are one of the largest Chinese criminal organizations in the world with over 20,000 members. Besides China, we also have a presence in Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Toronto, Vancouver, Sydney, and other countries. In addition to large-scale drug trafficking, mainly opium and heroin, as their main source of income, they are also involved in loan sharking, contract killings, illegal gambling, human trafficking, prostitution, counterfeiting, and other criminal activities. Their boss, Van Quoc Khoi, also known as Broken Tooth, imprisoned in 1999 on various charges, was recently placed on the U.S. blacklist by recent anti-corruption sanctions. However, this did not stop them from breaking the law. 11 Sinaloa Cartel. The Sinaloa Cartel, also known as the Guzman Lure Organization or CDS, is a large international gang involved in drug trafficking, money laundering, arms trafficking, kidnapping, and murder. As of 2023, it is based in Culiacan, Sinaloa, but also operates in Baja California, Chihuahua, Durango, and Sonora, Mexico. They also have a noticeable presence in California, Ohio, Utah, Arizona, New York, Illinois, Washington, and several other U.S. states. In the United States, they are primarily involved in the distribution of MDMA, cocaine, cannabis, heroin, and methamphetamine. Between 1990 and 2008, they distributed approximately 200 tons of cocaine and heroin. It is also a major supplier of illegal fentanyl in North America and in Mexico. They are the most powerful drug cartel. This has been true since the late 2000s. 10 Bloods and Crips. The Bloods are an African American street gang recognizable by their red color. Members also like to identify themselves through tattoos, graffiti, trinkets, and gestures. And there are several sets or individual chapters, each with its leader. In addition to dealing drugs, they are also involved in murder, theft, vehicle theft, assault, fraud, and extortion. They are not only active in the US, they also have a presence in Canada. The Crips are one of the most violent street gangs in America. They also have a long-standing rivalry with the Bloods. The latter was created to compete with their influence. Besides drug trafficking, they profit from theft, pimping, illegal gambling, and illegal firearm sales. 9 Los Zetas. Los Zetas was originally founded by deserters from the Mexican Special Forces, some of whom were trained in the United States. One of the most dangerous drug cartels in Mexico is known for brutal crimes like torture, beheading, and murder. They are also involved in arms trafficking and prostitution. They also carried out numerous attacks on civilians. In 2011, he took part in the San Fernando massacre, which killed about 200 people. It's also likely that they're responsible for the 2011 massacre in Allende, which killed between 300 to 500 civilians. 8 18th Street Gang. The 18th Street Gang, also known as Mara 18 or Calle 18, is a multi-ethnic, predominantly Mexican and Central American, criminal organization in Los Angeles. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, they've turned the Central American Northern Triangle into one of the highest homicide rate areas in the world. They've been linked to murders, arson, assaults, human trafficking, and prostitution, in addition to several other crimes. While they mainly operate in Southern California, they're also active internationally in Canada, Spain, the United Kingdom, Australia, France, Chile, Peru, and Mexico. Members can be identified by the 18th, XV3, X8, 99, or 666 symbols in blue and black colors, the latter paying homage to the Mexican Mafia. 7 The Bamboo Union. The United Bamboo Gang is the largest criminal triad in Taiwan. Most of its members are mainland Chinese and have ties to the Kuomintang or the Nationalist Party of China. Because of this, they are often said to be motivated by a political ideology. Although they call themselves entrepreneurs, they are involved in various types of criminal activity, including drug trafficking and organized murder. However, they do not consider themselves criminals, but rather patriots. As of 2023, the organization is headed by Huang Xiaotsang, spiritual leader, and Huang Xiaotsang, aka Yao Yao, functional leader. Although there is no strict enlistment system, there is a code of ethics that all members must abide by. Dignitaries receive the honorific suffix Big Brother or DGE. 6. Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood, also known as AB or the Brand, is a neo-Nazi criminal organization based in California. It is one of the most famous prison gangs in the United States, with over 20,000 members in and out of prison. They commonly engage in activities such as extortion, drug trafficking, arms trafficking, murder for hire, and male prostitution. Members can be identified by a variety of symbols, terms, and images, including swastikas and shamrocks. New members must take an oath or blood oath to join. For example, it is not uncommon for some people to kill rival prisoners. He then goes on probation for 1 year before becoming a full member. 5. Latin Kings. Latin Kings is one of the largest Hispanic and Latino prison gangs in the world. Founded in the 1950s, it operates in several states in the United States, including Delaware, Illinois, Florida, Indiana, Michigan, Massachusetts, and New Jersey. That's not all. They are also represented in Spain and Canada. Besides drug trafficking, they are also involved in money laundering, murder, theft, and identity theft. That's not all. They have also been known to order violent attacks on rival gangs. Some leaders have also ordered attacks on campuses and law enforcement officers. 4. Cosa Nostra. The Sicilian Mafia, also known as the Cosa Nostra, is an Italian criminal organization that has existed since the 19th century. They are made up of several criminal groups or families that share a common code of conduct and organizational structure. Their main activities include security blackmail, smuggling, illegal gambling, money laundering, fraud, kidnapping, and usury. They are also almost always involved in murders committed by their members. They will never hire outsiders. Their strength comes from their reputation for being violent against anyone. However, unlike other gangs, membership is only open to Sicilian men. Becoming a mafia requires passing tests of courage, prudence, ruthlessness, and obedience. For example, they almost always have to murder as part of a suit, even if they don't plan on becoming professional assassins. 3. Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13. Founded in Los Angeles in the 70s and 80s, Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13, is a ruthless criminal organization you won't want to touch. Initially formed to protect El Salvadorian immigrants from other gangs, they quickly turned their attention to crime and became a force to be reckoned with. After the civil war in El Salvador ended in 1992, many gang members were deported to El Salvador, where the gang settled in South America. These days, MS-13 has spread everywhere, but most gangs are confined to South America. The saddest thing about MS-13 is that most gang members are forced to join when they are young. The gang drags them off the street and forces them to join them. The initiation process includes a ritual beating of a new member for 13 seconds. This is known as beating. According to a report known as Brutality, the number of crimes committed by gangs has increased by 70% since 2015. Mara Salvatrucha also controls El Salvador's main political party to control the marijuana trade with the state. 2. Sinaloa Cartel. In recent years, the Sinaloa Cartel has made international headlines after its longtime leader, Joaquin Guzman Loera, El Chapo, escaped prison. First arrested in 1993 and deported to Mexico to serve his sentence, El Chapo escaped in 2001. He regained control of the cartel before being arrested again in 2014. Unable to resist, El Chapo was finally captured and extradited in 2015 after escaping again to the United States to serve his sentence. The gang is currently run by Chapo and Ishmael Zambada Garcia's son, and their organization continues to grow. The Sinaloa Cartel is recognized as one of the largest drug trafficking organizations in the world. Fortune believes the cartels make about $3 billion a year and control 60% of the US-Mexico drug trade. This is crazy. To keep things running smoothly, the cartel brings justice swiftly. They have been known to film beheadings and leave the mutilated bodies of rival gang members in the streets to warn anyone who opposes them. 1. Latin Kings. When you mention the 10 most dangerous gangs in the world, you can't look past the Latin Kings. This Hispanic and Latino street gang is the largest in the world. Founded by Puerto Ricans in Chicago, Illinois in 1954, Latin royal families are now everywhere. Initially formed to protect Puerto Ricans from attack, the gang gradually developed into a criminal empire. Drug trafficking is their main source of income, but they also commit murder, extortion, kidnapping, and robbery. Highly organized, with a clear hierarchical organizational structure and a set of rules that all members must follow, the Latin Kings have their own manifesto to which they adhere. They are also extremely violent and have acquired most of their power and influence by destroying other gangs. If you get in the way of a Latin King, expect no mercy. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.